Hi guys, quick flick, just an update on, sorry about my budgies. They're tiny little things, but they're blooming noisy. What are you doing? That's Cade. What are you doing? You're being noisy. And there's Breeze. Right, okay, so quick update on Alyssa and Big Boy. Right, okay. This is not going to show on the camera, so I don't even know why I'm doing it, but now you see this, look at this. This is almost like a fluorescent purple. And when it goes on, it just looks fluorescent. But what it does is it gives the skin more of a skin look. Pinkens it up, brings it to life, makes it look like there's circulation running through the skin. So this arm here has had the purple overtone, okay? This one hasn't. This has still got the mottling. Now, I don't know if you can see the difference. I can. But this makes a massive difference to the nice pinkish colour. So there's Big Boy's plate. You can see here I've shadowed around. You won't see that. Once again, I haven't started the skin layers yet. What I'm doing at the moment is the undertones, the inside reborning of the paint, okay, the blushing, the mottling, and livening the skin. And then I'm going to put the veins in. And then the skin tones will begin after all that process. I like to do mine that way because I like the colours to fade under the skin, because that's how they would be naturally on our skin. Baby's a little bit more pinky though. So you can see here, there's no skin tones. And this is why you can see where I've outlined the shoulder blades and the spine. Because eventually, when all the skin's gone on, these little bumpy bits here, I will blush them. It's a shame, I'd love to do undertones on the belly plate. If anyone could help me, how would I do that and seal it? Don't know if it'd happen. I don't know if that'd work. Okay, so that's that. At the moment it's chaos, you know, everything's everywhere. Okay, the faces and the heads now. So here's Big Boy. Remember I told you I was having to take stuff off his lips? Right, that's gone. Now, he has had... Let me just tell you what I've done again and recap. Right, so they've all been, he's been acetoned, alcohol wiped, and then he's had a sealant, right? And the sealant goes on with the medium, which you use for your paint. That's so the paint's got something to stick to, yeah? He's had blue undertones, and he's now had purple undertones, which I'll show you in a minute. And that is inside. He's had mottling, and now he's had the pink, which looks fluorescent purple that I've just showed you. It looks a mess, but you know, the reason why, even though I'm doing his rooting him, the reason why I'm doing the head still is because I want them to be a natural blend when I paint the hair. I don't want nice skin tone and then a white scalp. It's going to look silly. So that's as far as we've got with him. I have had some problems with this little guy, big guy. I was going to sell him. I did have a price in mind, but his head is rock hard. So now I've had to order some new rooting needles that are tougher, because a 43 gauge German fork needle is going to snap. I'll try it, but I'm going to have to order him a new body, because the body that I've got, the proportion sizes are not right. So this baby is actually costing me too much money now, and it's getting beyond the joke. Right, I'll go back to him again in a minute. So here's Alyssa. Now with Alyssa, she's also had that fluorescent purple. She's had that on. That's given her some nice, really soft, melted, sort of blushy sort of texture. Now with Alyssa, I will put some veining in, but I'm going to do it very, very subtle on her. because she's very angelic looking, and I do tend to reborn my babies quite heavily. That's just me as an artist. But with Alyssa, I feel that I'm not going to put my typical vein down the middle. She's going to have gentle, soft veining, because I want her to look very angelic looking. Alyssa's such a good girl, Mummy. If Becky's mum's watching, I have no trouble with Alyssa. She behaves herself. She takes the paint beautifully. She's such a good girl. She's also had the purple undertones. Looks a mess in there, huh? Look. It's really vital, though. Can you see I've gone over the blue? And that really, really gives depth. She's such a cutie. I'm going to miss this little girl. Really going to miss her. So there, that's how far we've got, guys. But with Big Boy, I don't know, it's getting silly now. I'm going to be straight with you now because, you know, I've got nothing to hide. So, when I bought Big Boy, I think it was £22 or £25 in money. Then it cost me £8 for postage. So we're now looking at £33-ish. It's now going to cost me another £11 because I'm going to buy a new body because the one I've got is no good. It's out of proportion. I thought I'd get away with it, keep the price down, but I'm not going to do that because I'm not going to, put something on that's cheaper to keep it cheap. Do you understand what I mean? If I'm going to go all out on this little boy, I'm going to do it properly or not at all. So I've already spent, and two new packs of needles. I've already spent out nearly £50 on him, which is what I was hoping to sell him for. I can't do that now. I don't mind not making money, but I can't afford to lose it, which is what's going to happen. I'm a bit upset because I don't like selling my babies very much because a lot of people can't afford reborns, but I know Pauline was interested, bless her heart, but if I was going to do a buy it now, I'm going to have to say £60 to £65, not for the profit, but just to basically cover. I mean, that, don't forget I've got the weighing materials and all the stuffing and everything to put in and everything else, so it rounds up. He's getting stupidly expensive. So this is going to be the last big baby I do, doll-wise. Kit-wise, absolute pleasure. Absolute pleasure. So there we go. So there we are. That's where we are at the moment. I still think that's quite a fair price because Big Boy's going to come with this nice tummy plate when I've finished. And my God, is he going to be heavy. So I'm going to order a 22-inch full limb professionally made body today, because there's no point me going to all this trouble and then doing a homemade one that's not going to be in proportion. It's just a waste of time. If I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it properly. All right, guys, keep watching. Take care. Bye.